So today, your ancestors have a specific message for someone in the collective. Um, they're actually screaming this message. It's in regards to someone in the collective, their partner, and it's their body language. Ancestors are picking up in the twitch in the jaw, the avoidance of looking you straight in the eye. They are trying to bring you some information that more than likely are going to help you decipher what's going on with your partner. Why all of a sudden do they have all this extra stuff going on? So let's get right into it. Celestial Soul Sister 813 at your service. And YouTube, did you miss me? Because I missed you. So, as we stated, today we are going to we're going to talk to your ancestors. We're going to see what information we can get as to why we're deciphering the hidden ancestral warnings in your partner's recent strange body language. Now, when we say strange body language, what are we talking about here? Because when I think of strange body language, it could be a twitch, it could be avoidance of looking you in your eye. Also, I'm kind of deep when it comes to people's body language and what they're saying without saying anything. Also, too, I look at it as we're about to expose somebody's mask and it's slipping in real time. And this we're going to do to protect your sacred peace and your intuition. So without further ado, YouTube, let's get right on into it. We'll say a quick prayer. Holy Spirit, I ask that you protect my light, also the collective that is with me. Any negative energy, please return to sender, blind all evil eyes. Please help us to see the truth in a sea of lies and the light in the darkness. Thank you, and let's get going. So, just want to clean my hands before we start. But again, we're deciphering some ancestral warnings, dealing with someone in the collective, your partner's recent strange body language. This should be good. This should be really good because I'm kind of curious about that strange body language. What are we talking about here? So, I look at this as sometimes we're with someone so long to whereas we don't pick up on the subtleties, right? But your partner isn't just acting weird. Your ancestors are literally screaming at you through the twitch in their jaw. That sudden and frantic avoiding eye contact is actually a somatic glitch revealing a hidden betrayal. Before they even speak a word, stop ignoring your intuition and start decoding the ancient spiritual warnings. Okay? So, what if your partner's body language is confessing secrets their tongue is too afraid to tell? Okay? When the mask slips in real time, as I just mentioned, those strange physical tics become clear, ancestral signs meant to protect your sacred peace. And that's important. We are bridging the gap between biological and divine and the divine to expose the truth today. So without further ado, let's get into some truth exposing. YouTube, as I was stating with the format, we're not going to make this long, even though it's a specific message, and it could take more than about 10 minutes, but I promise you, I will not go past 14 minutes. I think any 20 minutes okay, especially if it's interesting, but sometimes over 20 minutes, 30, 40, even close to an hour, sometimes you may not have that time. As interesting as your favorite content creator is, you just might not have enough time to spend with us. So no worries. These are going to be quick, informative, and I hope we get something out of it and we enjoy it. I hope everyone's doing good today, okay? And that you're having a good weekend. Thank goodness the weekend is here. It was a long week. YouTubers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Building that community. I am so proud of the subscribers that have joined me, and you keep coming back. Slowly but surely, those views are going up along with the likes. I've gotten some really great comments. I really, really do appreciate you guys and you taking this ride with me on this journey. But let me stop running my mouth, okay? And let's get started. So we are going to see what your energy is like. What's your soul saying today? Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So right off the gate, we're coming out with something that I think is pretty useful, right? Okay. All right. I apologize, you guys. These cards are so slippery, but no worries. There we go. Okay. So I got death. Death, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Okay. And one more that comes right along with it, we have got grief. All right. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it sometimes. All right. So trust, death, and grief. Okay. So right off the bat, maybe your ancestors, why this message is coming, because there could be an issue with trust. Okay. And that death there in tarot, we know that death symbolizes an ending or transition. So your ancestors are trying to give you a bit of information about your partner. This could be information that ends things, that gives you a clear understanding of why you need to move on, or what you guys may be transitioning into. Grief. So that's an emotion that more than likely, this is for the collective, this is your energy. We've got a little bit of grief. And it could be because of your partner's body language. What are they hiding? Let's get right down to it. So we're going to do a little bit of kipperish. I think I did this, but just to be quite sure, I just want to clean my hands. I always want to have the best energy that we can have when we get started. Okay. Let's see what we can get. All right. So they're acting wild. Making crazy faces. They can't look you in the face. Your family's looking at them like, what the heck is going on? Why is John moving like that? John's got some issues. Let's see. They got muscle tension. What is it? Their facial, just like I talked about, your facial. The faces that you're making with your face. So, splitting it, I got a 7 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. Okay. So, first card out is the Moon. Second is Black Magic. And the third is a 9 of Pentacles. So the Moon, we know that that's water, Pisces. 9 of Pentacles, that's Earth. We could be speaking of a Taurus, a Virgo, an Earth sign. Doesn't necessarily have to be so. And we know that with the Moon, secrets, something happening behind the scene. This doesn't take much to decipher this. So, black magic. We got a partner that's doing some things behind the scene, doing a little bit of black magic. And they're trying to affect your abundance. They're trying to affect your fertility. Okay. So I've got a 3 of Swords, but it came out in reverse. So maybe this is you just accepting the fact that this person isn't all they're cracked up to be. We've got a Queen of Swords, and she's in reverse. So That Queen of Swords, and that's air. That is Libra, Gemini, also Aquarius. Queen of Swords, she's in reverse. That's not someone that's using head over heart. That means that she's out of her element and she is using, let me stop saying she, because it could be he or she. Let's not make it gender specific. Also, too, we're all at different stages in our life. This could hit somebody next week. It could hit you today. It could hit you in the future. So keep in mind, take what applies to you, what resonates with you, and what doesn't, just leave behind. But again, Three of Swords in reverse, air, Gemini, Libra, Queen of Swords, she's in reverse too, also air. So heavy, we got some air going on here. We're talking about an air sign. Okay, I've got a Page of Wands. Wands, that's some fire. We got Aries, Libra, Sagittarius, and it actually, Page of Wands, could be somebody young, but they're looking to go off and explore. They're looking to go someplace new. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Three of Pentacles. That is Earth, Virgo, Taurus. We got the Sun. We've got a Seven of Cups. Okay. So when we started out, the first card out with your soul energy was trust. Right off the gate, right off the bat, we had the Moon that came out, Black Magic, and we had Nine of Pentacles. Okay, the second card was Death. We had a Three of Swords, that's air, and a Queen of Swords, both in reverse. We're talking about Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Third card was a Page of Wands, that's some fire, Libra, Aries, the youngest of the wands, and they're looking to go off and explore. They're on their way to another journey. Grief was our third card, okay? And with grief, it comes out with the Three of Pentacles, that's Earth, Taurus, Virgo. Three of Pentacles, you could be working with other people. It could be a project that you're working on. The Sun came out with it. So I think what this is right here, the Moon was our first card. Sun is shining. That's you shining, but it's shining and illuminating that Seven of Cups. Cups is water. That is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Okay, so we were talking about those. What was I saying? We were talking about those movements, what your ancestors were talking about. Their posture, just you can read people's body language, but sometimes it can throw you off and you may not be sure of what you're looking at. And I think that's what that Seven of Cups is about. It's something you don't see. It's something about them you don't see. Holy Spirit, what is it that the collective does not see? Obsessed. And what is their partner? What are they obsessed? Holy Spirit, what's the partner's obsessed with? Ten of Cups, which is water, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Okay. So I see exactly where we're going right now. Let me just get a little bit more and then I'll explain to you what I'm looking at. Nine of Wands. Okay. Putting a lot, like some type of test you've been through with that person. A Knight of Wands. They're out there. They're moving with a lot of fire and energy. Let's see what else we can get for you. Five of Wands, some type of conflict or fight. You definitely need some divine guidance. There's somebody young that's looking at this. They're looking at it and they're learning and they are taking notes. Okay. Let me get a little bit more. Actually, let's talk about that black magic. Okay. So we've got a 9 of Cups. That's water. We're talking about Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So we're talking about somebody's happiness and success. And it's coming in, it's moving, and it's moving quick. But you also are being told that you need some courage and strength. And it's more than likely for that 5 of Wands, that conflict. So what I am going to actually... what I want to say is this. When that came out, that obsessed, and it followed by a 10 of Cups, right? Hater. We have a hater that came out. And followed by the hater was the devil, okay? Followed by the hater, the devil, Capricorn. See what we got here. The Most High. You got guard. Those are your ancestors. Those are your ancestors right there. Look. Okay. That hater and that devil. So 9 times out of 10, the reason why they're so shifty and they don't sit very well in their seat is because more than likely they're trying to start something new. They're thinking about going on to something new and they're not quite sure. So that's why that body language, they're nervous. They're going back and forth because they're not very sure about it. And that's their problem, not yours. The person they're trying to, or they're thinking they want to go to, they've been obsessed with. They think that they are going to have a 10 of Cups with that person. What they don't see is that person is not a person for them. So they're kind of on the fence with this, because if they weren't, you would have already known about it. Maybe they would have gone. But the reason that they're shifting and moving in their seat is because they're trying to move things over and figure out, should they go? Should I stay or should I leave? How about that? So with them wanting to know, should they stay or should they go? How about if you go ahead and you go? How about that? Well, we're going to get you a message. Okay. We're going to get you a message from your guardian angels, from your ancestors. They want you to know that that's why their movement, that's why they're doing what they're doing. These are actually star seeds. Big picture thinking. Visionary, inspire ideas. Okay. Trust the timing. The timing of this message for whoever this was meant for, it was right on time for you. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Take your time and handle this situation that it should. The great serving. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softens with love. So look, we did get that conflict out there, right? And all that fighting, well, there's going to be some conflict. Somebody is doing something that they have no business doing. That's why they're so nervous and their posture is affected and they're twitching in their seat, because they know they've got a decision that they're not 100% sure on. They're not sure how that's going to end up, and that is on them. YouTube, it was a pleasure. I really did try to keep this under 15. Please like, share, subscribe. Come on back and see me again. I really appreciate you guys coming and spending this time with me. I will see you soon. Take care.